welcome to another edition of AH Live. So excited to be back with you for episode 122. And I fought traffic, LA traffic no less, just to be back with you guys here at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. And we had a week off last week. We were on the road, but now we're back in the studio. We should be back in the studio for the next several weeks, bringing you brand new episodes, brand new music. I've got a brand new tune for you tonight that I'll play for you in just a little bit. And we are on the road this weekend. Hope to see you all. We'll be at the Catalina Jazz Tracks Festival on Catalina Island this Saturday. Then we're taking the red eye, the overnight flight to be at the Myrtle Beach Jazz Festival on Sunday. So very excited about that. Next week we've got Jacksonville, North Carolina Jazz Rendezvous and the AZ Jazz Fest in Phoenix. And then we'll be at Yoshi's on October 27th. So that's how we're finishing up our October. We got 5 more awesome shows. So we'll be at Yoshi's up in Oakland, October 27th. So that's a Thursday night. And very excited to be out on the road with you guys. It's so much fun. We had a blast last week in Durham, North Carolina. Shout out to the Vroom VIP Fest for having us. It was so much fun. And we'll talk about that. We got lots of pictures. We got a chance to meet up with Marcel Anderson, vocalist extraordinaire, and twin brother to Marcus Anderson. So that was fun. And so much going on. Adam Jr. had his 14th birthday. We're going to talk about that. On and on. And also Kat, I think it won't happen tonight, but I think there's a Kat's Kitchen in store because she's cooking up something fierce today. Maybe she'll tell you about it, and then maybe we'll get a Kat's Kitchen out of it going forward. But at any rate, as I mentioned, I got a new tune for you guys. Real quick before we do that, just going to throw this up here. Appreciate you guys. You've been so supportive from the beginning. So if you feel like it, jump on here, click the link in the description, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. You can do stars. And also, if you click on that link, you get to my website. And now we have the new album in vinyl rising up. We've got my last album in vinyl, Escape. We have all 4 albums in CD and digital. So appreciate you guys for keeping the music going. We do it for you guys. So thank you so much. So as I said, got a brand new tune, and I've really been tasking myself with doing new music for you guys each week. And, I didn't even plan this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my new single, Let's Get Down Tonight. It's number 2 on Billboard. We're so close, so tantalizingly close to number 1. So tell your favorite station, hey, give us a few more spins. Shout out to my incredible radio promoter, Jason Goroff. This is only week 6 on the Billboard chart, and we're number 2. So that's pretty incredible. So feel very, very fortunate for that. But yeah, let your stations know you want to hear it. Let's get down tonight, and let's push this sucker up to the top. Anyways, that was nice. That was an unintended segue. So as I mentioned, I've been wanting to try to do a new tune for you guys each week. And I believe it was 2 weeks ago, I did a little bit of Frankie Beverly. And it was a tune, I think I'd actually done it once before on the show. But we did it a couple weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. I decided to post it on its own. And man, in only... I would say 12 days, we're up to 15,000 views on that tune. I was like, man, I guess people like some Frankie Beverly. I really like some Frankie Beverly. So I figure, why not do another one for you guys? So I put this track together this morning. This is the world debut, little unplugged version of It Needs No Introduction. I just need y'all to sing along when it drops in because you're going to recognize it, all right? So anyways, let me get situated here. My guitar's working. Okay, guitar's working. Let me get the cameras going. Here we go. yes, a little round 2 of Happy Feelings. Hope you all enjoyed that one. That's a fun tune. I just put that together this morning. And like I said, had so much fun with We Are One last week or 2 weeks ago. Thought I'd do a little bit more Frankie Beverly, so I hope y'all don't mind. That was fun. So as I mentioned, we have so much to talk about. I got a short little video. Of course, it's some Adam Jr. ballin'. And Kat is going to pop in here in just a second to talk more about it. But just give you a little teaser, just to get us warmed up. Adam Jr. has been balling out. We're so proud of him. So here's about 1 minute of some moves. Check it out. Oh, yes, that's Adam Jr., number 24, using Kobe's old number. So, as I mentioned, we've got my lovely wife in the house, and no better time than now to bring her in. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kat Holly with the Cat Cam. Hey, what is going on?
Just trying to write all these comments super fast.
Okay. Well, that's all right. You're looking lovely. I like the colors over there.
Thank you.
What is that, little green, little
Yes.
Ivory or cream?
Yeah,
Kind of?
either one.
Okay, thanks. How about Adam Jr. balling out over there?
Yeah. I always love watching the videos of him. Kurt Smith said, "Mom be cheering loud."
Right?
But that, a lot, like some of them are me, and then some of them are not. Some of them are some other moms on the team, because Adam Jr. doesn't like when I yell at him or even like cheer if he does something good. So sometimes I'll say, nice Adam, or, good job Adam, or I just say his number instead of his name. And sometimes I'll clap and I'll be like, woo, but I try not to be super loud. So a lot of those like cheerings and whoops are not me. And then if you hear like male voices, that's other dads. Because Adam Sr. doesn't really like cheer. And I think because of that reason, Adam Jr. is like, don't do that. There was, I think, one when he was doing one free throw, I was saying focus. I was yelling focus because he missed the first one. And after he missed the first one, the other team, they were really bad sportsmen. So all the teammates that were like on the court, they started booing. So when he missed the first one, they were like, boo, boo, air ball, which it wasn't an air ball, but like when you say air ball in basketball, it kind of messes with your head. So I was telling him to focus, and he made the second one. So, But Adam, he does really well. He's a great free throw shooter. So he's usually 1 and 2 or 2 and 2. He never misses both of them. Yeah. Let me knock on wood. But
well, speaking of which, he's out training again.
Yes.
Out and doing his midweek training.
Grammy is, on Grammy duty.
Right, exactly.
He's at training.
Crazy.
Gail Peters Owens says, how old is he? He just turned 14.
Yeah, and we got some pictures. We're going to dive in here in just a little bit, but he had his 14th birthday on Sunday, And so awesome. We were home. We were on the road. Left Wednesday, played Thursday, got back Friday. So it was perfect. I got to go to all his games Saturday. Unfortunately, his game on Sunday was super early. I was at church, but we got to hang out after. But yeah, 14. 8th grade. 14. So crazy. So crazy.
James E. Creer says, AJ is dynamite. Thank you. Are they undefeated? They are not. I wish they were.
Yeah.
They're not. It's the way that it works is each team is like in a ranking. So on the tournament weekend, say Saturday, the first team you play might be really hard. So then if you win, the second team you play might not be very good. But then on Sunday, you have like an even harder itinerary. It's really weird.
Well, the incentive is to do well Saturday. The better you do Saturday, the easier Sunday is because you have easier opponents.
Right.
Of course, until you get to the championship, and then it's going to be a difficult opponent no matter what.
Yeah.
But so they had an amazing. Was it August? They won a championship.
July and August.
Yeah, they won a championship and they got second place. Now they've shuffled a few players in and out. We've had a couple injuries, a couple people out. So they're just kind of like in flux right now. But they're coming around. They're coming around.
Yeah. And yeah. We actually should have won our first game last weekend. The other team was cheating. They had like high school kids on their team.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too, is that if they had won both games, then Saturday they probably could have won the first game, and then you never know, but you kind of dig yourself a hole.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah.
And our boys do not do well with morning games.
Yeah.
All of the parents, we talk about it, like whenever we get the schedule, and it's like an 8:30 a.m. game or 9:50, even like 10:45. We're like, oh, Lord.
Give us the 8 p.m.
Ever since last season, the boys, I don't know. It's like they're like zombies in the morning. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so whenever there's like a 12 p.m. or later game, we're like, oh, thank God.
Right.
They're going to win.
It's crazy.
And okay, so let's go to your opening number.
Yeah, a little bit of Happy Feelings, a little Frankie Beverly and Maze.
So many people loved it. Of course, everyone was talking about it. It brought back memories.
Yeah.
And
well, it brings back memories for me because before I started touring, I was doing a ton of work around town, and that was one of the songs that we used to do. This is like mid 2000s, 2004, 2005. So it's nostalgic for me too.
I just have to say this really quick. Kirk Smith says, somehow I can't see Adam Holly yelling at a ref either. That's a good thing. Yeah, it's usually me.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and
you do.
Adam Sr. is usually like...
You do enough for both of us, so... If I was doing it too, that would really be a lot.
Oh, Tommy Myers, hi. She says, hi, Kat and Adam at the Honda Center Ducks opening game tonight. Go Ducks. That's so sweet that you're tuning in and you're at the Ducks Stadium.
Yeah, very cool. Go Ducks.
We just passed by there the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to your Frankie Beverly. Althea McMillan says, the guitar cam never gets old.
Oh.
Linda Boney says, play, Adam.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you guys.
And
it was
Shelly
fun.
Singleton said, you better play that song. You're showing out.
Oh, thank you. It was fun. It was fun. Like I said, I put the track together, then I had to run out. I got back. I played through it, I think, once halfway through. So that was really fresh for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. And then Kat Finn said that they used to play that song in her band when they were in high school.
Wow.
So Grammy and one of my uncles and like some of their friends in high school, they had like a band.
There
like,
you go.
I guess in their time, top 40 would have been all of this music.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, that reminds me of my band. I can hear her voice through her text. Let's see. Oh, Wesley Taylor says he has to learn how to lose as well as how to win. Oh, yeah.
He's come an incredibly long way. Now he gives 100% effort no matter what. If his shot's dropping, if his shot's not dropping, if they're winning, if they're not down, if they're trying to come back. So we're so proud of him because it was not like that when he started. He would miss one shot and check out mentally and just have a frown and pout.
Right.
And so he's broken through all of that, which is awesome. So, yeah, he's coming a long way. We're really proud of him.
Cece in London says, I too am not a morning person. When we were talking about the boys with their morning games.
Right.
I know. I'm a morning person depending on what I'm going to do.
Never.
Depending on what I'm going to do.
Never.
If I'm like taking a trip somewhere, then yeah.
You still don't want to get up.
Well, not like when it's work, but I mean, it's very hard for me to wake up every morning to get Adam Jr. like situated. It's hard. It's really hard. But for a long time, I had to wake up at like 2:30, 3 a.m. because I used to work at Disneyland, and I did the wigs and some of the makeup for the characters. So like Cinderella, Belle, and like the princes and the dancers that would dance in the parade and whatnot. And so for like a long time, my shift was 5 a.m. And we lived probably like 35 minutes away. But then, you know, you have to park and like walk and all that. So I was up very early.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that again.
Well, speaking of all this traveling, I do want to throw this up before I forget. I want to throw up the current scorecard for the shows coming up. As I mentioned, Catalina Island Jazz Tracks Fest this weekend, Saturday, Myrtle Beach on Sunday. Next week, we'll be in Jacksonville, North Carolina on Saturday. Tickets available on Eventbrite. AZ Jazz Fest on the 23rd on Sunday. And we finish up October in Oakland, California on Thursday, October 27th at Yoshi's. So hope to see y'all there. And then our final regular show is November 19th, Attucks Theater in Norfolk. If you're anywhere in Norfolk and you want to come through, you need to log on and get your tickets now. I checked the seating, and it is filling up fast. So grab your tickets. It's going to be a blast. That's the Church Street series. And then once we get into late November, that's the Christmas tour. I'll throw up the graphic for that in a little bit, but very excited. 19 dates coming up with Mindy Hebert, Lindsay Webster, and Vincent Ngala. And if I flip over here to 2023, a lot of stuff is up already. Punta Cana Fest will be at South in Philadelphia, February 2nd. Middle C, February 3rd in Charlotte. Tin Pan in Richmond on February 4th. Blues Alley on February 5th in Washington, D.C. We'll be at the Berks Jazz Fest. We'll be in Albuquerque. It's not on sale yet, but that is just confirmed April 15th. And then we'll be on the DK Cruise. And then we'll be at Marcus Anderson's Festival at Majace, July 29th. And then there's a bunch of others that are pending. So just stay tuned. Get on the mailing list. Go to AdamHolly.com. Follow us on Adam Holly Artist page here on Facebook, and we want to see you guys on the road. And very excited too. I'm already got the wheels turning, thinking about my show for 2023. So we're going to be putting in some new tunes and mixing up the show. So grab your tickets. We're very excited. We want to see you there.
One of our friends, Kyle Schroeder, is watching.
What's up,
Hi,
Kyle? We ran into him in Montgomery. Great saxophonist. He played with us at the Clearwater Festival back in, was that 2018? But Kyle has a new record out. Check it out. So. And what's up, Kyle? How you doing, man?
Kimberly Smith Carlton says, you're supposed to be in Richmond, Virginia on December 4th, but I don't see that on your schedule yet, and tickets aren't available. Can you let us know what's going on? Oh, yeah.
We will let you know when it's available. Just pencil it in for now. It's, we'll let you know. It's not on sale yet. You're exactly right.
And Rhonda Kilpatrick says, aloha from Hawaii. She is in our favorite place.
Woo!
And she says she bought tickets for San Diego.
Awesome.
Kyle Schroeder says, what up?
Yeah.
And Teresa Babber says, awesome. You're at Majace.
Majace. And that's in Durham now, if you hadn't heard. He had been in Asheville for the last several years, but it's moving to Durham. So a little bit easier to get there, a little cheaper flight.
Right.
Or easier drive. So hope to see you all there next July.
Next July.
Yeah. So we have a ton of photos. Should we flip over to those?
Yeah.
So we have so much that's been going on. We touched on it a little bit, but we've got visuals for you guys. So let's see. So here's the flyer for Yoshi. See you October 27th.
Look how cute you are with your short hair.
Well, you know, you're the only one pushing for it. What else? I think we got a couple flyers. Oh, yeah, here's the flyer for Catalina. Always a pleasure. Shout out to Art Good for having us. Going to be there Saturday. Myrtle Beach will be there on Sunday. Shout out to Anthony Davis. Not the Anthony Davis that plays for the Lakers, but it's the Anthony Davis that puts on the Myrtle Beach Jazz. So it's very excited. And then here's the flyer for the Christmas show. So as I mentioned, 19 shows. So we're hitting a lot of the country. No Texas. No Chicago or Detroit. So those of you Midwesterners, I think the closest we get you guys is Pittsburgh. So hope you don't mind driving. Texas, I'm not sure what to tell you. Maybe come to Denver. But otherwise, the rest of you, a lot of California, a lot of Florida. We're going to have a blast. It's going to be fun. Okay, and then the last thing I want to throw up, huge shout out to the incredible Pat Prescott. You probably saw on social media a few weeks ago, but she retired officially from the Wave. She was on the Wave 20 plus years, I believe, and a 40 plus year career overall. So she's amazing, the voice of the Wave and voice of a generation. I don't think that is pontificating at all. And she's so supportive, and we're always running into her on the cruise or whatnot. So shout out to Pat, and I'm sure she's got some, even though it's quote unquote retirement, she's probably got some things up her sleeve.
So sweet. I mean, if you haven't met her in person, she's just a really sweet person, really nice. This was us, like, literally maybe like 2 minutes before we went on stage at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out what show this was. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Hollywood Bowl. That was a lot of fun. And then I got a couple of pictures from the Vroom VIP Fest. Shout out to Ted Rogers for having us out there. We had a blast. There's Kat vocalizing. And also Jason Jackson. Jason came through and played, and his new single comes out very soon, so look for it. Working It Out, featuring Gino Rosaria. I had the pleasure of producing it along with the rest of his album. So look out for new music from Jason. I think he's going to send in a video, too, for next week. So we'll have that to play for you for the new single. And here we are hanging out afterwards. We've got Jason there, my lovely wife, Marcel Anderson, vocalist extraordinaire, twin brother to Marcus Anderson and Leon and Willie Lee. We had a fun hang after the show in Durham. And what was that place? I think the place was called Queenie's, right?
Yeah, it was called Queenie's.
It was the only place with food like after midnight, but it was very good. I had, I think, the chicken tenders, and it was very tasty.
Yeah, I had a I think it was a eggplant sandwich or like kind of pita thing. It was really good with like tzatziki on it. It was really good.
Oh, Ellen Nakata Harper said, will Kat be on stage with Adam? Most definitely. Kat will be there, and we have an incredible band. I got the LA Cats coming with me, Carnell Harrell, Daryl Williams, Tony Moore, and Keith McKelly. So it's going to be a blast, and the one and only Kat Holly. So it's going to be fun. See you up in Oakland.
Our friend Steve Hall is watching.
Steve, what's up? How you doing? Steve is incredible. In fact, I just sent him a tune this morning for mastering for a really fun tune for a guitarist, Keith Andrews. So looking forward to hearing what you got, Steve. It's always killer.
CC just put up aubergine. Yes, I had an aubergine
exactly.
sandwich, CC.
Let's see. Okay, so as we mentioned, it was Adam Jr.'s B-Day, and so he's got his birthday started early. We got him a PS5. He's been wanting one for like a year. And so the box was sitting in our gym, which is near the front door, and that's where a lot of our packages are until we unbox them. And he messaged me when we were in the airport on the way to Durham. He said, "Dad," he was just, "It's Dad," and then nothing. He's like, "Yes, I think it's here. Can I open it?" I said, "Of course, go for it," because he was a little under the weather last week too. So this is him unboxing. He set it up on the desk, did a little show and tell here, and he's been having a blast. Now I'm gonna let Kat take this. You made an incredible breakfast here. Tell us about it.
I guess
brunch. sorry
So these are crispy French toast sticks. Adam Jr. loves them. And of course, you have to dip them in the syrup. So he, was like, Mom, I need a little dipper. And there goes some Portuguese sausage that I had brought back from Hawaii. And so what makes it crunchy on the outside is breadcrumbs, and you can use corn flakes or frosted flakes, but I crushed up some Captain Crunch cereal with no berries. and the bread is Texas toast. It has to be Texas toast because it needs to be super thick. If it's just like regular sandwich bread, it'll be like way too thin and it won't hold up. But yeah, he loves them. And I can make these ahead of time and keep them in the freezer. Make them as far as like I can put them in the dressing, like the egg wash and then, cinnamon, sugar, all of that, and then put the crust on it. And then I can put them in the freezer for, I don't know, probably like a month. And so that's what I did this time. And like every other day, he'll say, are there any more French toast sticks? And so I'll just pull them out of the freezer and pop them in the oven. So yeah. And Adam Sr., I think you enjoy these too.
Oh my gosh, they're so good. So good. And the last time we had them was quite a while ago. We went up to Big Bear, which if you're not aware, that's kind of the skiing, snowboarding destination here in LA. One of them. It's only about an hour and a half from us. And so you made them up there, and they were just ridiculous. And then it's been like 3 or 4 years since we had them. So, oh my god.
Yeah, I think because I had like.
Although
yes.
I will say, I enjoyed it 1% more in Big Bear because you had real maple syrup for us. This time I used Adam Jr.'s Mrs. Butterworth or whatever, which was still good.
But I don't know why you use that. We have maple syrup in the pantry.
That's what you handed me, so I just started eating.
I had told myself I was never making those again because I think when we did that trip to Big Bear, we stayed at an Airbnb.
Right.
And I told Adam, I said, never again are we staying on an Airbnb for vacation because the boys were on vacation, but Mom was not because you still have to cook your food. You have to clean up the kitchen.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were there for what, like 4 days?
No.
I was like.
It wasn't, but yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah, whatever it was.
But I just was like, no. We're not doing an Airbnb again. And I don't want to see those French toast sticks again.
That's too funny. So also, as we mentioned, Adam Jr. had his birthday on Sunday, and he also had a basketball game. So they had a celebration after the game. Unfortunately, I was at church, but I will pop up on his B-Day a little bit later in these pictures. So go ahead, Kat. I think you set all this up, right?
Yeah, so I set all this up after their game on Sunday, and they lost their game. So they were kind of sad, but then seeing Cinnabons and goodie bags cheered them up.
Definitely.
So as we explained before, Adam Jr. doesn't really like cake. So for the past, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years, we've just done Cinnabons for him, and I would get a bunch of Cinnabons and I would assemble them on a plate or like a cake platter and just like tear them up. And then put a bunch of like frosting on it, and then put his candles and decorations. So we had the Cinnabons for the boys, and they loved it. And then I had like an ice chest with water.
Ooh.
And I put cute little decorations in it for them, basketball themed.
So good. So good.
And this is one of Adam's trainers. So as you guys know, he sees his older cousins in Pasadena 3 times a week. And then 2 times a week, he is at his basketball academy. And so this is his trainer there. His name is Micah. And he's super sweet. And he works really well with Adam. And Adam responds to him really well. And he actually played professionally in Spain, I think for like a year and a half or something. And I think he's supposed to be going back later this month. So wow. Adam will be getting a different trainer at his gym.
Yeah.
And then in the back photo bombing, that's Coach Linda. So her name's Linda Froelich. She is the owner of the academy. And she is originally from Germany. And she played basketball in Las Vegas. And then she was in the WNBA, I think, for like 10 years. And so now she has her kids and she has her academy. So she's great.
Yeah. So I popped up after and got home from church, took a little nap, and then we went to Adam Jr.'s favorite, and I think all of our favorite, Ruth's Chris. Had an amazing steak dinner, appetizers, a little wine. Adam Jr. didn't have wine, but he had a Shirley Temple. And it was so good. So that was awesome. And then we celebrated again at home. Here's Rufus looking uninterested. I don't know where he's looking.
And it's like a tradition between within our family that we just decorate some part of the house. So Adam Jr.'s door or inside of his room is always decorated, or like a hallway, the living room, something. Same thing for Adam Sr. And then the boys and Grammy did a wonderful job for my birthday when we were in shutdown. So I decorated the living room with a lot of 14s and some basketball get-up.
There's another one.
Yeah. So here's his Cinnabons at home. And
more
then,
Cinnabons.
Yeah. And he has like a cake topper, number 24, Kobe.
For breakfast and for dinner.
Yeah. His candles. And then here he is blowing them out. So cute. So we want to do a little flashback for you guys. So this is Adam Jr.
Wait, real quick. Ellen Nakata Harper says, looks like Rufus has grown quite a bit.
I know.
I don't know if he's growing or just getting, growing in width, not in length.
That's because Grammy gives him like chicken and steak. And I'm like, Mom, just let him eat his dry dog food. She's like, he doesn't want that. So I can't remember if Adam Jr., I think he was I feel like it was 6 months, but it may be 8 months here. And look at him. He's so cute.
So cute. Oh, my gosh.
And same age, I think. No. This may have been the 6-month photo.
Okay.
Because he can't sit up quite yet on his own.
Still working on those core muscles. Oh.
There he is. That was, I want to say,
looks like it's at church from the chair.
9 or 10 months.
Yeah.
Look at him. Oh, my gosh. He's so cute.
Looks like a little cab driver. Mini cab driver with that hat. Oh, this is a cool one.
And this, I think he was like 8, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Around there. I think this was Easter Sunday one year. So cute. Aww. Here he is now. Oh my gosh. Handsome. This is not quite a 14-year-old photo. The photo.
Well, this is from the summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Photo, yeah.
So 13 and a half.
Photos from the summer. And then the photos earlier from his actual B-Day. That's like 14.
Aww. And he did a really good job of acting because he was very worried about falling in the water. And the photographer was like, oh, no, don't worry. The dock is real stable. You'll be fine. And so he put on a brave face, took a great picture. As soon as we walked off the dock, she said, yeah, last week somebody fell off. But she's like, I didn't want to tell you while you guys were out there. It's pretty funny.
I know. That was so funny.
And then Adam Jr. was like, what?
And there's actually one photo from that photo shoot where he's like super stiff, I can tell. And he's like just forcing his smile because I think like the dock kind of moved a little bit.
Right.
And so he's like, oh my gosh, we're going to fall in. It's like, it's okay.
Joy Russell Nicholas, she said, does Adam Jr. know you're showing all his baby pictures? Don't embarrass him. He's at practice right now. He's not paying attention. He's out there
Don't
hooping.
Embarrass him.
He's out hooping.
Ellen Nakata Harper, very handsome young man. Steve Hall, stud. Thank you. Oh, and when we were talking about Big Bear, Steve Hall said that they used to live in Big Bear.
Wow, I did not know that, Steve. Very cool. Oh, it's awesome up there. It's very cool. And it's great in the summer, too. You can do all the outdoorsy stuff, hiking, and they've got the luge.
Right,
and you go on
it's Lake Arrowhead.
Yeah, go on the lake, go boating. So, no, it's very lovely up there.
Yeah. Kimberly Smith Carlton, does he have a girlfriend? He does not. He's not really interested in girls right now. I ask him all the time, and he, like, gets mad that I'm asking him. And
Mom.
yeah, he tells Grammy stuff, and sometimes Grammy will like tell us. But he has a few girls that like him at school, but he said, you know, like, I have too much stuff going on. I have basketball and I have school, so
Yeah.
And I don't think he's quite there yet. Even though he's like going through puberty, I don't think like the interest in girls yet are there.
Yeah.
Like as far as like crushing on someone and like, you know, I think we have maybe like another year.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
It's coming. Although, and it's so funny because when I was in junior high, even like lower high school, I knew so many people that had girlfriends and boyfriends, and I couldn't even like imagine be like dating someone then. And you're not even really dating because your parents have to take you places. And
Right.
yeah, so it's interesting. And he said that a girl had asked him to the dance last year.
Oh.
And I was like, that's so crazy because, again, I cannot see myself having asked a boy to a dance, even in high school. I think the only time I ever asked a boy to a dance was for Sadie Hawkins because that's what you did. But, you know, these kids nowadays,
Yeah.
especially the girls, they're like 15 and look 20. So,
Wow.
James Queer says he has plenty of time for that. Yes. Thank you. Cat Finn says he said the girls are annoying.
That's what he says now.
Right. I know. But that's why I say like right now, since he still sees them annoying, he's not quite there yet.
Right.
Kurt Smith, I'm glad AJ's dad is such a great example for a young man to follow. Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, you're too kind.
Except for opening the
Check
door.
is in the mail.
I always tease Adam because he like picks and chooses when he wants to open the door for me. He's like, oh, I guess I'll get it today. And then not the other day.
What are you gonna do?
Wesley Taylor says it's a different world for kids now. Yeah, it definitely is. Tommy Myers, girls are aggressive now. We weren't allowed to even call a boy. Girls are aggressive nowadays. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you asked me out, so.
I did not
Here we
ask
are.
you out. I did not ask him out.
Well, you asked me to hang out at your dance, and then I asked you out.
That's not hanging out. That's you coming to an event. See him? He's.
Uh-huh. Okay. I see how the story changed now.
The story is always the same. And then I invite him to my school dance because I was a dancer in high school and college. And he was extremely late and showed up on the last number. So you like had to take me out.
Ha! So maybe it was by design. Maybe I was late, and I was like, well, we didn't get a chance to hang out, so maybe we should go get a little... and she ordered carbs with a side of carbs. French toast and French fries. I was like...
That was not that
Are
night.
you French?
That was when I was pregnant.
Parlez-vous français? Okay, but you definitely had French toast, though.
Another trip
You definitely
to
had French toast.
I did have French toast,
Yeah.
and Adam thought it was so weird that I was having breakfast for dinner.
Yeah, I was like, what
And
are you-
I thought it was so weird that he thought it was weird. I was like, plenty of people have breakfast for dinner. I don't know why it's weird.
Yeah.
But now you get it. Now you know, like, sometimes you feel like eggs or something for dinner. Steve Hall says, you guys are funny. Thank you. Kurt Smith says, back in the day when girls called my house, I never got the call handed to me. That's funny.
Wow.
Because we like back in that time you had the landline. So 9 times out of 10, you're not the one answering the phone. It's either like someone in the house or mom or dad. And so I guess he's saying his mom or dad was like, nah.
Right.
Shelly Singleton says, I have breakfast for dinner all the time.
Well, there you go.
I do too. Sometimes if I don't feel like cooking anything, I'll get some cereal. Or I'll have like eggs and toast. Easy and good.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to love egg sandwiches when I was younger. Cat Finn, I knew he really liked her. He would drive from USC to Diamond Bar.
Yeah, that was some commitment. That was some commitment.
It was?
I still wonder why I fought traffic all those years. All those years.
That's so funny. Linda Boney says, I wouldn't get a message from my guy friend until 2 weeks later.
Wow.
That is so funny.
That's a long time.
And now we don't have that. So, like, we don't know what they're doing. Although, Adam and I, we do go through Adam Jr.'s phone without him knowing. We're not like, I guess that is snooping.
We're off the rails in this episode.
Like, safety,
I don't know where we're going.
We need to make sure he's not like talking to adults, but he doesn't know. I do it when he's asleep because he'll get all mad, But we haven't. Everything's innocent in his text messages.
Right.
He does have texts with girls, but it's just like, teenager stuff.
Hey, boo. What you doing? No, it's not even that. It's not even that.
Robin Fuller says, I'm eating cereal now. That's so funny.
Nice.
So I have a few Ask Adam.
Go for it.
And Michael Brown says, you'd be shocked to find out what takes place on school buses nowadays. I'm sure. So this is from Isabella in Dubai. Would you or have you ever composed any music or soundtracks for movies or series, etc.?
Oh, you know what? We had this question a few weeks ago, but I'm happy to answer it again. Yeah, I've done quite a bit of things in TV and film. When I was in college, actually, I did a soundtrack for a documentary about endangered sea turtles. And then I've played on American Idol. I was in La La Land, This Is Us, Grey's Anatomy, Pop Star, a lot of the late night shows too, Tonight Show, Jimmy Kimmel, etc. So yeah, but always looking to do more. Really enjoy composing. I mean, I think I've told you guys, but basically nowadays, mostly what I do is if I'm not on the road doing one of my shows, I'm in the studio working on music for people and have so much fun doing it. So definitely open to more opportunities as things go forward. But having a blast right now working on a lot of contemporary jazz. So it's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. This is from Robert Zahn. He says, you're a doctor, right? So on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and other holidays, are you having a doc holiday?
We'll be here all week, ladies and gentlemen.
That's funny.
I guess so. I guess you got me there.
When you had mentioned that Adam Jr. was under the weather last week, someone I think said what was wrong. He had an upper respiratory infection called croup, and he also had the flu, even though he got the flu shot, but it had only been in his system like a week and a half, so it wasn't like all the way in there yet. So he had like a little bit of the flu. The doctor said it was going around with the kids, the croup infection. Even though it's an infection, it's contagious, and it only affects kids like as young as 3 months up to like 15. And so if adults end up getting it, then it's like a really, really rare case. But he said it's just been going around. So last week, he said like the past 2 weeks, every single kid, they said, coming in had the same exact symptoms. So poor thing, on Monday, he wasn't even at school for like 30 minutes and got a call from the health office, and he had 101 temperature. So brought him home, and then it was really strange because not even giving him any medicine, I took his temp again right when he got home, and it was like back to 98. But it kept going up and down for like 2 days. The second day, I woke up and I forgot. You moms and dads, you guys know, like when your kids are sick, like when they're babies and toddlers, you wake them up in the middle of the night to give them medicine. Well, I had forgot to do that. So when he was still asleep, but I woke up, of course, his temperature came back and it was 104, like 104.2. And I think it's like 106 where you have to like rush to the hospital. So I was like, oh my gosh. I told Big Adam, I was like, please get me some ice. I need like ice water. I gave him some Motrin. I was putting ice all over his neck. And we got towels, wet, cold towels, and put them all over his face and put the fan on and the air on. And it was going down slowly. It went to like 102, then 101, 100. And it was at 100 maybe for like 15 minutes. And I had told Big Adam, I was like, if I can't get it down lower than this, I'm going to have to take him, to the emergency room. We ended up giving him a cold shower, and that like went down all the way to like 97, so normal. And so poor thing, he just was like super sick. And then he has like that seal cough, and he also has asthma, so it's just been lingering. And then of course he's better now, but he has like still like fatigue, and his body's trying to like recoup. So even like this weekend for the games, he just looked so exhausted, but he didn't want to, miss his games. And then we're like, maybe you could sweat it out. So it did help a little bit, but I think Sunday was a lot for him, because yesterday when he came home from school, he just crashed. And so yeah, but he's better now.
Yeah.
Better
100%.
now.
He's out there balling again.
Out there balling.
Yeah.
I did have another Ask Adam, and I lost it.
Well, that's okay. We can get to it next week. We will be back.
Oh, someone was asking, why did you never tell us you were valedictorian?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but no, and that was such a long time ago too. Gosh, that was 20 years ago. So,
Jeez.
yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
That was so.
But yeah, it happened. I had to do a speech. That was actually the hardest thing. Wasn't becoming valedictorian. It was coming up with a speech for graduation.
Well, what did you talk about?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
Riding into the future, living our dreams, all that regular stuff. And then I played a song. I played a song on piano, actually. And then also my band performed at graduation, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, Mo Pigeon performed?
Mo Pigeon, we performed at graduation.
I didn't know that.
We were voted. They voted on who they wanted to play, and they voted us. It was actually
so
very
cute.
It was a big honor for sure.
You guys are so sweet. Sharon Bradley said, so glad Adam Jr. is feeling better. That's a
thank
lot
you.
on a 14-year-old's body. So happy for his recovery. I know. And I had never even heard of croup. I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
But
they're making stuff up now.
It's so sad, because every time someone's sick, we're like, oh, thank God it's not COVID. It's like you have like the stomach flu for 2 weeks, and you're like, at least it's not COVID.
Right.
It's like you're still
We were
sick.
grateful for that. Yeah, you tested him numerous times. And,
I did.
So no, thankfully it wasn't that.
I did, yeah.
And thankfully it wasn't contagious, or if it was, we didn't catch it. So that was good too.
Well, yeah, because anytime either one of us has like symptoms or sick, we mask up when like we go into that person's room or something. So we weren't gonna catch it. But yeah, I'm glad we didn't catch it either, especially since he had a slight flu, because we caught that.
Yeah.
But yeah. But he's doing better, him and his 14-year-old self. What is today? Today is day 4 of his 14-year-old life.
14 years and 4 days.
Yes. Kirk Smith says this entire show is full of interpolation.
Yep.
You're so funny. But that's all.
Awesome. Well, thanks, honey. And we will see you next week.
Thank you.
On
Bye,
another
guys.
live episode.
See you next week.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope to see you on the road. As I mentioned, we will be in Catalina on Saturday, Myrtle Beach on Sunday, next week Jacksonville and Phoenix, finishing up October at Yoshi's in Oakland, and then our last regular show in Norfolk, November 19th, before we hit the Christmas tour. So appreciate you guys so much. Have a great evening, and we'll be back next week for more new music and another brand new live episode of AH Live. We'll see y'all. Peace.
Thank you.